If you keep talking jive, you'll fall in 5. Look at me, I'm too beautiful to be a fighter.
Newcomer. This former light heavyweight gold medal winner was called Cassius Clay. Clay was a master showman, and above all, a great and smart fighter. In the first round, the man known as the Louisville Lip rushed towards Liston and jabbed at him, but failed to land any serious blows. Clay danced away from Liston whenever the big man got near him. In the third, a cut opened under Liston's eye, but it didn't affect his fight. In the fifth round, the fight took the first of several strange turns. Clay had up until then boxed and punched at Liston quite freely. In this round, he began backing away from the champ, claiming that his vision was being blurred from a substance that Liston had on his gloves. As the bell rang for the sixth round to start, Clay had to almost be pushed into the ring by his trainer, Angelo Dundee. He hung in there and his eyesight eventually cleared up. Clay used the sixth round to fight hard and tire out Liston. It must have worked, because at the start of the seventh round, Liston didn't answer the bell. Cassius Clay was now the heavyweight champion of the world, and from this point on, boxing would never be the same. To best Liston. With a morbid curiosity, people came to see whether the young man from Kentucky could make good on his predictions of victory. Clay wrote poems telling reporters in what round his opponents would fall. He was just what the sport needed to take it out of the doldrums since Marciano's retirement. Clay, who was now known as Muhammad Ali, next took on Floyd Patterson in Las Vegas. The fight went for 12 rounds, but Ali fired his left jab and body punches at Patterson whenever he felt like it. The fight was stopped at 2 minutes 18 seconds of the 12th round. 1966 was not a great year for Ali. He divorced his wife because she failed to live up to Muslim standards, and his draft board was calling him again. Anti-Ali feelings drove the champ out of the country in order to fight opponents. Ali fought on foreign soil for a year until his case could be appealed. He fought in Canada against George Juvallo. Juvallo managed to go the entire 15 rounds opposite Ali, but with no small measure of discomfort. Early on in the fight, Ali taunted the Canadian with cries of, "Come on, hit me harder." Ali truly enjoyed exhibiting his consummate boxing skill. The Juvallo match went the full 15 rounds with the decision going to Ali. Later that same year, in 1966, Ali returned to the United States to fight Cleveland Williams in Houston. That fight was stopped in the third round. Ali then finished Zora Foley at Madison Square Garden in 1967. While his career in the ring was taking off like no other, the Army came knocking at Ali's door again. In April of 1967, he was ordered to report to Houston for induction into the Army. He reported, but refused induction. A trial followed, and Ali was stripped of his titles and was banned from boxing in the United States. The case would take almost 3 years to be resolved, so the World Boxing Association, a governing body of the sport, decided to hold an 8-man elimination tournament for the vacated title. The round robin began in 1967 and ended in the final contest in California in 1968. Heavyweights Jimmy Ellis and Jerry Quarry had won the right to square off for the crown. One future champion, Joe Frazier, dropped out of the tournament in 1967. Quarry and Ellis met in Oakland, California, and after 15 rounds, Ellis won a split decision. He was now the WBA heavyweight champion of the world. While Ellis was the champ in the WBA, the New York Boxing Commission decided to recognize as champ the winner of a bout between Buster Mathis and Joe Frazier. The match was held in the Garden, with Frazier stopping Mathis in the 11th round. Joe Frazier was never rightfully taken from him over 3 years before. The fight was set for March 8, 1971 at Madison Square Garden. Ali's strategy was to let Frazier punch himself out. Although Ali outreached Frazier by over 6 inches, Smokin' Joe was able to get in under Ali's jab and land left hook after left hook to the former champ's body. The fight went the distance, with both fighters taking an amazing amount of punishment. In the 15th round, Frazier landed a shot that dropped Ali. He stayed down for the mandatory 8 count, then sprung back to his feet and continued the rest of the fight. If the judges went on looks alone, Ali would have been the unanimous winner. Frazier's eyes had been swollen shut, his jaw was almost broken, and he ended up in the hospital immediately following the fight. Ali suffered only a cut on the side of the jaw. But the judges scored Frazier with a unanimous victory. Frazier had retained the title that he had won from Jimmy Ellis a year earlier. Frazier's next fight was to be with former Olympic champion George Foreman. Frazier was known as an attacking type of boxer, meaning he was relentless in the ring. He kept coming after his opponents no matter what kind of defense they put in his way. In this fight with Foreman, however, Frazier had met his match. Foreman pummeled the champ again and again. Finally, the referee stepped in early in the 2nd round and gave the bout and the title to George Foreman. While Foreman was deciding who to defend his crown against, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali were getting ready to meet again, and the winner of their 2nd contest would face Foreman for the belt. The 2nd Ali-Frazier affair also took place in the Garden in 1974. The fight started much like the first one did. Frazier kept coming at Ali, landing body punches by the bushels, while Ali contented himself with only going for Frazier's head. In the 2nd round, referee Tony Perez stopped the bout for 20 seconds in the middle of the round. He claimed he had heard a bell ring, signifying that the round was over. It wasn't. The stoppage came at a most inopportune time for Ali, who was in the middle of a flurry of lefts and rights, all landing on Frazier's head. It was the one time in the fight that Ali had a chance to finish Smokin' Joe off for good. The fight remained much the same, with Frazier bullying in towards Ali, and Ali, the clever ring tactician, dancing, hiding his face, and keeping Frazier at arm's length. In the 7th, Frazier landed some hard lefts that rocked Ali. Ali now looked like the tired fighter, as Frazier continued to catch him flat-footed in the 10th. But Ali called up a final salvo and proceeded to outpunch Frazier for the last 3 rounds of the scheduled 12-rounder. All 3 judges awarded the decision to Ali, and the boxing world started making ready for the rumble in the jungle in Zaire, Africa. Experienced. Ali fought 4 times in 1976 and 2 in 1977. In 1978, he signed to fight former Olympian Leon Spinks. Spinks had had only 7 bouts in his career, having turned pro only after winning a gold in the 1976 Olympics. To everyone's surprise, Spinks outpointed Ali on a split decision and came away with the championship. Spinks lost part of his crown, the WBC part, because he refused to fight Kenny Norton. Norton was then announced the WBC champion and quickly lost the title to Larry Holmes. So in 1978, Larry Holmes was the sanctioned world heavyweight champion, but the boxing public still championed Spinks. Spinks and Ali met again on September 15, 1978 in New Orleans. This time, Ali outpointed Spinks on all the judges' scoring cards. Ali made history that night in becoming the only man to win the crown 3 different times. On October 2nd of 1980, Larry Holmes met Muhammad Ali for the undisputed championship of the world. Ali, who had not fought in over 2 years, put on a pitiful exhibition until the fight was stopped in the 10th round.
If you keep talking jive, you'll fall in 5. Look at me, I'm too beautiful to be a fighter. And the people got so mad. And that night of the fight, cars would come. People would be paying $100 for a seat. And I said, Angelo, how much money is here? He said, the place is sold out. I said, that's good, it worked.
Even the people who didn't like him, liked him.
I want to know, could you, if you were to, could you come back with one person in the world?
Come back tomorrow. I can come back.
Still got to speak. Still paying.
Come on, keep over it. Fan. Nothing.